Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know a few videos ago I promised to myself never ever again to buy a water flooded car, and yet here we are. Next to me is a beautiful but dirty 1 Series BMW. Car looks spot on. It's a pleasure to look on the pipes, on the electrical connectors. It's a really low mileage car, but yes, it was listed water flooded, and another challenge. So as you can see, I like challenges. I like to challenge myself, and I cannot stay away from this kind of repairs, timing chains, snap timing chains, stuff like that. So let's find out together, how bad is it? I mean, the damage. How quickly can we fix it? How cheap or how expensive it's gonna be? And if it's worth bothering with water flooded cars. Here in England, a water flooded car is most likely to be only a hydraulic engines. There are very smart and clever drivers who decide to drive through ford crossings. Ford crossings meaning like a river or something is flooded, and the water is like, yeah, this is much high, and they would decide, let's cross it. First gear, full rev, and when the water gets splashed, the engine is revved, it sucks in water, it goes through the turbo, intercooler, and bang, hydraulics the engine. This can mean only a few valves are bent, but unfortunately also can be the conrod crushed, or God knows what damage can occur. Every situation is different. So this car wasn't submerged in salt water. Like in America, there are a lot of tornadoes and floods, ocean floods with salty water, submerging half of the engine or even fully, and inside this car is dry, so it didn't get inside the floor. The electrics are fine. I tested it, everything is working, lights. One is gonna be a challenge. I think I'm gonna jump in, remove the front, take my long bar, and I will try to spin the engine without the starter. Let's see where we are at. Probably I will remove the injectors and try that way if there is still water. I don't know. I have no idea. I just bought the car, have a look. It is as the recovery guy left it. So another great challenge. Let's find out together, and hopefully I can make a very quick fix on this one. I'm prepared for everything. I'm prepared for a cylinder head refurbish or replacement. I have some spare conrods. I know the model, the type that goes in. I have some spares. And let's see what is the damage and how quickly we can fix it. Stay tuned, because this is going to be an interesting one and a good lesson why not to drive through standing water. Very careful, it's not a good idea. So let's dive in and find out together. I have removed the injectors and everything necessary so I can crank the engine. I'm very curious. I'm using this adapter that goes in the front here, and yeah, let's see. Nah, it's not. Yeah, it's seized, it's properly seized, and it's not water because, yeah, injectors are out, and despite that I cannot crank the engine. Sorry, I cannot rotate the engine, and this is quite long, and I don't want to go longer because I don't want to do further damage. So let's try it one more time forward. Yeah, it's not going. Let's try. It's bad. This is really bad because something is really messed up. So now I'm gonna remove the valve cover and let's see. So this is not looking good. This is the first time when a water flooded car, first time for me. I cannot turn the engine when injectors or glow plugs are removed. Let's quickly remove the rocker cover and let's have a look inside what's going on, and then slowly we have to take this engine apart if we have to go deeper. Intake, exhaust, EGR needs to come off, and that way I can remove the cylinder head. So let's remove the top and find out some more information. I'm just removing the valve cover. Very interesting. Everything looks good. Not a single broken rocker arm. Huh. This is not good. Well, unfortunately, still no damage. I was kind of hoping by this stage I will have some bent camshafts or broken rocker arms. Well, nothing. This is spot on. They move freely. Absolutely no damage. Have a look. The rocker arms, all of them spot on, so no damage. This means only one thing: we have to dig deeper. Unfortunately, the cylinder head needs to come off this time. Well, you see, how is life? In the previous video, where the timing chain failed, I didn't have to remove the cylinder head, but now it's for sure I have to remove it. I will leave the engine at the moment in the engine bay, because I like to have some good fixed engine, when I'm removing the bolts, so I have a good leverage, the engine doesn't move, and yeah, afterwards we will see. If the engine needs to come out, I can remove it at any point, not a big deal, but at the moment I will keep it as it is. Quickly remove the intake manifold, EGR cooler, and the exhaust side. So let's find out the ugly truth in a few seconds. We will find out what's going on there. I'm just about to remove the cylinder head, but I want to make a note here. Make sure, if you ever do this job, to have the proper high quality tool for the cylinder head removal. Why? Because it's very easy to strip the head of the bolt, and then it's a nightmare. It needs to be drilled out. So go and buy a proper tool. I don't want to mention brands because I'm not advertising for anyone. Google it, do some research, reviews, and buy the proper tool. If you have the proper tool, it's easy. So have a look how easy it is to remove. It's properly in. And it's out. So I don't have to constantly be scared that, oh, it's gonna just come off or just strip the head, because it's a high quality tool. It's very high quality. It's made for this. It's a perfect fit. Look, it's not moving around. I'm gonna demonstrate on another one. Have a look, guys. Just make sure it's flush, and gently, first pop, second one, and it's almost out. Another turn, make sure it's flush. Another one, and two bolts are out. So cylinder head jobs are not that scary, guys. It's a stereotype. Look, there are only those, two of them, no problem. I will go inside and do another one just for demonstration. Have a look. It's properly on. It's quite flash. I don't want to put an extension because that will, disturb the whole thing. Carefully, just watch your back. Half a turn, put it back, make sure again it sits flush. Let's push a little bit more. Easy. And now we are good. Have a look. I can turn it by hand now. Just like that, I removed 3 bolts. So I'm going to speed up the process and switch the camera back once I'm removing the cylinder head. Moment after. Oh my. Guys, it's ugly. It is really ugly. It is ugly. Have a look. Yes. We need, I think, a new block. This is gone. We need a new block. This is why I cannot turn it around, because it's all rusty. This car sat for too long, and I think cannot believe this. Cannot believe this. Why they kept it for so long? The water sat on the top of the cylinders, and look what happened. Ay. Unbelievable. I in my wildest dreams, I could not, imagine this. This is unbelievable. I mean, this car, I think, sat with the water on the cylinder for months before they managed to sell it. And I don't know how it's an insurance car. And nowadays, insurances are paying for engine damages, whatever. No wonder we pay thousands and thousands of pounds of insurance bonuses. So this engine is toast, like properly toast. It's beyond, and at least the block. But ta-da! Thank God I still have this. Oh, I am so glad. It's a perfectly good block, engine block, N47D20C, exactly the same block. So we are gonna do a full engine rebuild, guys. Yes, it's happening. Everything from scratch. Hopefully the crankshaft is good in that engine. We're gonna transfer it to this one, put new bearings, conrod bearings, main bearings, balancing shafts, everything, and build the whole engine. It's gonna take some time, but I'm going to do it. So as you can see, I started the engine removal procedure. I am going to remove the engine, remove the oil pan, and investigate. I'm just praying to God that the crankshaft is good, and then we are safe. We have a good crankshaft, we have a good block, bearings is not an issue, bolts, I'm gonna source them, and yeah, we are back to business. But first, let's remove the engine. As you can see, without the cylinder head, it's very easy to reach to the gearbox bolts. In no time, I'm gonna remove those. The ones you can see are the top ones, that one in the middle, and the other one. From down below, I will reach the rest. Disconnect the DPF either from here or from that flexi pipe, and yeah, nothing left but remove the two 16 mil bolts, one there, two fuel lines. I already disconnected the AC compressor. As you can see, it's just loose. I will take this pipe, hose, as you like, and in no time, engine will be out. So let's make some progress. Showtime. You know what is the sad part? That this block is not gonna see an engine bay like ever. This will go to the scrapyard. Yeah, unfortunately, it's sad to see an engine block perish, but what can we do? We'll move forward and sort out the problem. As you can see, I'm removing the engine. Great progress. I'm wearing the same clothes, so nobody can say that it's the next day. Yeah, it's good progress. I'm removing the engine because I'm very curious what the oil pan holds, the secret. I'm curious about the crankshaft situation, so quickly I will remove the engine, remove the oil pan, and investigate the situation, because if the crankshaft is good, yes, we have a solution. I have a block, this one has a crankshaft, and yeah, easy fix from there. Let's remove this engine and go from there. It's not a nice view, everything is cables, whatnot, but I really don't care, because this block is rubbish. I will have to remove every single cable connector and reinstall it on the donor block, so I'm not that bothered. Calm down. Yes, poor thing. You've done your bit and share. Engine is out. I removed the oil pan. I skipped the boring parts because that's not the main thing now, how to remove an oil pan. The main question is, is the crankshaft good? And the only way to find that out, I'm going to remove the main cap one by one. If that one checks out, I'm going to remove the con rods one by one and investigate the crankshaft situation. If the crankshaft is good, as I said, we have a block, we're going to transfer everything and good to go. So I loosen them up. I will use my small impact just to finish up the thing. So this is cup number 5. That's the front of the engine. And let's see if water. No, absolutely no water. But the bearings are worn out. Unbelievable. Only 80 something thousand miles. And have a look already. They are showing signs of. But the crankshaft is spot on. If the camera could come closer. Yeah. It's all right. Have a look. Crankshaft is fine. Let's move on to the next one. Number 4, no water, no rust, but I'm surprised these are worn out, the main cups, so very, very interesting. Have a look. Crankshaft is in good condition. We don't have a problem. Number 2, pretty worn out bearing again. Crankshaft is good, shiny again. Maybe it will benefit of a polish. I will take it to the engine specialist and they can polish it out. We'll see, we'll investigate. The good thing that we have a good crankshaft. This is the last one. Again, only 80 something thousand miles. Have a look, worn out main bearings. It's not just N57. Crankshaft is good. So I'm happy. Patience. I need to remove these guys because I'm very curious what's going on the Conrod side. So let me just quickly have a look. Yeah, as usually, this one is even better. Have a look. So Conrod bearings are not even worn out, as usually. Check this out. Everything is good. And what do you reckon? Crankshaft is spot on as well. So I think there is no point going further. I will do, of course, but this is the result. Okay, another one. Yes, it's in much, much better condition than the main caps. Crankshaft side is shiny as well, no overheating as would expect because it's not overheating from water. So no spun bearings, the crankshaft is good, it's confirmed. So I remove this one, it's good. I cannot remove the, I remove this one, but I cannot have access to the lower ones. So 2 Conrod caps and in good condition. So I will leave it like this. So ladies and gents, it is the next day. I had time to think and consider all my options, and one thing is certain: this is not going to be an easy fix like I thought. This is a complete engine rebuild, and I can make a promise now: this is my last water flooded car, unless it's not a very high-end car that it was worth the job. But since this one is here, I'm not gonna just throw it away. I have to fix it, and I have a solution. So what's the plan? As you could see, this engine block is ruined. The water ruined everything. I'm not gonna even bother attempting to fix it, bore it, whatever. I have a good block, and I'm gonna make one good engine out of two. It's gonna be a complete full engine rebuilt from scratch. I will take the crankshaft out, the balancing shafts, and transfer everything to the good block. Pistons, we're gonna measure compression. I will put the new timing chain. It's gonna be from scratch, an engine rebuild. It's gonna be epic. You will like it. I cannot wait to complete this. I think this will be the greatest challenge I've faced, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I think I covered everything. We diagnosed a water flooded car. We learned the lesson not to bother buying them unless you have a good engine or whatever, but it's not worth the risk. Secondly, we have a solution. We're gonna go ahead with this plan because it sounds to me like a good, reasonable plan, and results as usually. So please watch the next video as well because it's gonna be epic. I promise that, and I will do my best to cover it in one video and make it as interesting as possible. Thank you for watching. God bless you all, and don't buy flooded cars. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel because the channel is growing slowly, but hey, I'm happy. Just make sure you subscribe, share my videos, and it's gonna be alright. Take care.